Welcome back to Cody's Crispy Leaves. My name's Cody and this is Piscean Plant Boy. Today we are going to be talking about my top 5 favorite begonias. Now this list is always changing, so I'm just going to make a disclaimer that these are my favorites at the moment. So let's get started. So all of these plants are living in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet at the moment in about 90% humidity, 95, maybe a little bit less at sometimes. But that's where I keep most of my begonias, but there are some that aren't on this list that live outside of there. So let's get started. For number 1, we have this Begonia pavonina, and here we go. So this begonia is really cool because it gets really iridescent with lower light. So as you can see, there's a little bit of iridescence on the leaves. Hopefully you can see that. But it's really extremely noticeable when you have the flash on. And I'll include footage of that here. As you can see, it's really iridescent. So I love this plant because of the iridescence it has. As you can see by the video, I also really love this plant just because it's so easygoing. Now that I've figured it out, I learned that begonias really love being fertilized, and I keep them in high humidity so they don't get watered, and I usually fertilize with my watering, so they probably get watered, I don't know, like maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. So what I learned is that you have to put Osmocote or slow release fertilizer. Otherwise you'll get some really weird looking leaves, mostly like an orangey color. But since then, it's doing pretty good. So on to number 2, Begonia floristica. And I really love how iridescent and shiny these leaves are. Let's see if we can get it on the camera. It's currently blooming. I did get one hybrid off of a different one that had just recently dried up, so hopefully I'll be posting updates about those seeds. I also really love it because who doesn't love a pink begonia? Like, come on, look at those spots. And this is just such an easy grower. I have it in moss right now, again with the fertilizer, the Osmocote or slow release. And I just put it in my IKEA cabinet and it kind of just chills, and I water it when it starts. So number 3 is this Begonia Pollen. And this was recently on a previous video. I think it's in April's favorites, but it's still a favorite. Oh my god, this thing grows so fast. But let me show you the leaves first. So I really like how spindly and weird the leaves are. How it almost looks fern-like. And I really like that. It's pretty dark. I'm hoping it gets darker with a little bit of lower light. I have this one in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet, and then I have this one, which is a candy dish from the thrift store. I really like these ones, but it's growing so fast. I literally cut this down to below the lid like 3 weeks ago, if that, maybe even 2 weeks ago, and it's just pushing up against the glass. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, trim it back again. I'll do that later. But yeah, here is one last look. You just look at it. It's like a little tree. Who couldn't love this? 4. We have this Begonia Milano bulata. I got this as a little prop. I think it had these 2, or maybe these 2 leaves. I don't know. It had a couple leaves, but I've grown it, and now this is the first one. But no, I'm sorry. This is the first one with a lot of little nipply mountains. And I love this because look at those, like, mountainous, and look at the hairs. Can you guys see them? Let's see. But like, there's some hairs there. And I really love this one. Again, this is a really easy one. As long as you keep it in high humidity, you should be great. I just water it when it's dry. But yeah, hopefully this one will grow really big. I know sometimes the leaves can get quite massive, and you know I love massive leaves. So there you go. That is number 4. So as you can see, I couldn't hide this begonia, so this is begonia number 5. This is a Begonia Brother Mo Morosa. I'll put the name down here because I can't pronounce it. But I love this one. First of all, it's pink. Who doesn't love pink? Because I love pink. Pink is one of my favorite colors. And so to have it in plants, I think is really, really fucking cool. But this one, like, look how big these leaves are. They're literally, like, they're like the size of my head. They're like bigger than my hand. Who could love this? Um, it is outgrowing my cabinet though because I only have the millstone wide, which is the shorter one. So it's gonna get chopped kind of soon. Kind of nervous about it, but I mean, look at these big leaves. I just can't get over them. Like look, that is kind of. There we go. Like, it's fucking. Like I could hide behind this almost. Anyway, those are my top 5 begonias. So thank you for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment with your favorite begonia because I love learning more about begonias. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.